All right, finally came in, the Arma infraction. I've had this thing on order for 2.5 months now. Was supposed to get it on the 18th, then they said the 25th. So the hobby store just got it. They called me on Tuesday last week. Today's the 3rd, August 3rd, so they called me in July, I think the 28th, saying that my car still hasn't come in. So what they ended up doing was selling me their demo one, gave me a discount, apologized, and said, I don't know why my RC hasn't shown up, but here you go. Which I'm fine with. It's never been run, still brand new. It was just sitting out there, people touching it, which I don't care. So here it is, finally showed up. So we're gonna give this thing a rip today. I gotta get these connectors changed over to the XT90s because that's all I run. So get the gear swapped out so we can get this thing up. See what's going on. I'll probably end up changing out that motor and ESC, but I want to run it stock before I put the Mamba XLX in there and my TP power, along with the Ripple Killer. He's built me some cap packs for it, so we'll throw that in there and see if we can get this thing up to 120, 130 miles an hour. So that's the plan for this RC. So just a little update. I do like it, been waiting for it for a while. I do have the other Arma on order. As soon as they release that, that will come in as well. Do some speed runs with that. Phil Jolly's already doing some runs. I think he's at 146 or something right now with the other car. This is pretty much the same platform except different body. So get that wing trim down is what I'm going to do right now, because that is way too much downforce for this RC. So I'll keep you guys posted. I'll get some running videos of that today. Alright guys, I ran the Arma infraction today and was a little disappointed. Came in trying to figure out what was going on. As you see, I'm running max amps batteries, 9,000 milliamp, 100 C each on the C rating. I did switch it out to the XT90s because that's all I run on all my batteries. But I was a little disappointed. I was having a hard time getting the RC stopped, and the acceleration seemed real weak. That's why I threw my max amp batteries in it. I wanted to see what this thing was capable of out of the box. I have not put in the extra gear yet, which the optional pinion, which is right here, 27 tooth I think is what they said. So, but I wanted to run it this way, and I was disappointed because it just felt like there was no power there, and then I couldn't get the thing stopped. So normal fashion, came in tonight and figured, you know what, let me go through something we never read, which is the instruction manual. So I get to the setting, to the ESC, to check the settings. Now everything marked in gray is the factory settings. As you see, punch control goes up to 9 and it's set to number 4. So I figured, okay, it's not all the way turned up. My braking, 37.5. I can go to 50%. So figure I'll program it. So I scroll down here, go to the programming of it. It explains to you how to do it, where you hold down the set button and then you turn it on. And then when you hear beep 1, that's that one. Beep 2, you let go of the set button, and then you start going through this. But what was really confusing is that it went 1 through 4 and then started over again. And I was like, that don't make any sense. But what I didn't realize is that 1 through 4, there's no, pretty much no long beep in between there. So you'll hear 1 through 4, and then you'll hear a long beep, and that's continuing through 5 through 9. So when it hits 5, it'll just be a long beep. 6 will be 1 beep. 7 will be 2 beeps. 8 will be 3 beeps. 4 will be 9 beeps after the long beep. That's how you get to number 9. I wish they would explain that in here, because I didn't know why that long beep was coming in there. So I figured I'd make this little short thing explaining, you know, what I found and what was hard about this, on programming this with the beeps, since I don't have a programming card for Arma, because everything I pretty much own is Traxxas. I do have a couple of Arma cars, and now that I found this out, I'm going to go through those settings as well. But brake strength, same thing. Now to get to this, you got to turn it off after you've done these settings. Turn it off, hold the set button again, go down to number 3, get to your brake strength, and then count the beeps again. You need to get to beep number 3, as you see up here. I didn't change the low voltage setting because there's nothing to change. And then running mode, forward, brake, and reverse is what I want. Forward and brake is a race setting, which I want reverse, so I left that there. And then the controller on reversing your motor, it's set to normal. I don't need to reverse it because I haven't changed my controller. So just a little update, let you guys know that's where I am. Now I'm going to run it again tomorrow. I did test it in here. It does say to get your wheels up off the ground, because you do not turn on your remote control when setting that thing. So if it runs away, you don't want the thing taken off. So I'm going to go ahead and install this this high-speed gearing now, and then I'm going to throw a fan on this motor, because what I noticed is that the tires got extremely hot today, like super hot. And I already got play in this thing, and I barely ran it. But anyhow, I'm going to check some of the nuts and bolts, but I'm going to throw a fan on this motor because it was getting really high up there in temps, which I didn't like. And the other thing that I noticed that I really didn't like, and I don't know why they did it, was, see on the splitter, these bolts hang down right here that hold the splitter on. And those things actually will hit the ground. I was on a very smooth surface, and I hit 2 of them on the ground. So I'm going to look into either recessing those bolts, or I know they have bolt holes in here to put stainless steel bolts into, so that those hit first. I'm going to do something, because I don't want the heads of those things grinding down. Another good thing, if you're not doing high-speed runs, maybe just pull off this splitter. That way at least you're at the foam bumper and you're not destroying this this splitter in the front, this low-down high-speed run splitter. I know that the X01 comes with this off, and when you unlock it for the 100-mile-an-hour, you're supposed to put on the extra euro. So maybe I'll do that. Since I'm not doing full-out speed runs yet, I'm just trying to dial in the RC. I am going to throw a Mamba XLX in this thing and a TP power. Philip Jolly sent me an 8S cat pack and a 6S cat pack. I am going to put in the 6S cat pack before I switch this thing over. I want to see if the cap packs make a difference, which I'm sure they will. I've run his stuff before, and it's really great, especially when it comes to speed runs. So I now got this thing unlocked, got it to the highest setting, so we'll check it tomorrow, see what's going on.